morning, everyone, and thank you so much for being here. It is an amazing morning, and it's absolutely fitting that we're standing in front of the police memorial, honoring those heroes that gave their life in the service in the call of duty. This is personal to me. It's absolutely personal to me. As the congressman said, almost 25 years with the New York City Police Department, and I had no intention of retiring. I had no intention of leaving this job early. I am a public servant. But what I saw as the commander of the 70th Police Precinct in Brooklyn was my officers going out every day, interacting with some of the most violent criminals, repeat offenders, arresting individuals with loaded illegal firearms on their waistbands, sometimes 2, 3, and 4 times. Same criminals. And those perpetrators were back in the precinct collecting their property to go home before my officers were even done processing the arrest. We have a criminal justice system now that apologizes for itself by releasing violent individuals to reoffend back onto our state and city's streets. It's unacceptable. And in Albany, they have turned a blind eye to it. They have put criminals before good and decent, law-abiding New Yorkers. They actually think New Yorkers are fools. They tell New Yorkers they are not to believe their own eyes, that it's only a few extra crimes in the subway every day. It's only a few extra crimes on the streets. What about those victims? New Yorkers are feeling it. New Yorkers are afraid to use mass transit. New Yorkers are afraid to let their children play in parks. And the Democrats, well, you have Democratic Assembly members or city council members that offer their advice to not call the cops when you're dealing with an emotionally disturbed individual or a violent felon, to perhaps spill your soda to distract them. Or maybe say, didn't we go to school together? As they're attacking you. They are out of touch, devoid of reality. And New Yorkers are waking up and seeing it. Who cannot protect themselves deserve to be protected. So I took a step away from my enforcement, those who go out every day and put themselves and their families on the line. Imagine a day as a cop. Your first call, an older lady who needs somebody to talk to or can't afford groceries, so you go out and get her lunch. The call after that could be responding to a home where you're arresting daddy for doing unspeakable crimes to Junior. And then your final call of the day could be your final call. It could be where you're asked to put yourself on the line and take a bullet for a stranger. And that's where your life ends, your career ends, and your day ends. We need to be doing more to fund and support our police. We need to give them the training. We ask them to do so much. We need to give them the training, the resources, and the tools to do the job that we ask of them with the compassion that we demand, with the professionalism that we demand. We need to back our blue. Now, I did a morning show today, WGY with Doug, and they have Mornings with Doug, and they coined a phrase. It was Zelmentum. Okay, now this was to describe the momentum that Congressman Zeldin has now in the polls, closing the gap, bringing common sense back to New York. And they coined the phrase Zelmentum. And we wouldn't have the Zelmentum we have without each and every one of you being out here today and saying, enough. We want our state back. We want our country back. We want our freedoms back. We want our personal accountability back. And we will be backing law enforcement come November 8th when we make it clear. When we make it clear, when we make it very clear to those in Albany that your time is done. The common sense wave is here, and we will be taking our state back. Thank you so much for being out here today. Thank you for your endorsement. Thank you for your support.